What up, what up, what up? How's everybody doing tonight? What up, Malone, Darius, Michael, Frank, Jeremy, uh, and anybody else that may be in there that just hasn't commented yet? What up, Brendan, Daniel? How's everybody's week been going? Anybody been fishing? Catch any good fish this week at all? I never go. I never go on the weekends. Yeah, that's what I do. Darius, it just helps keep people from on the bank too. I usually fish like the weekdays, probably like on Monday through like Thursday usually. And I usually fish like later on too. And kids are going back to school soon, so that's gonna be good. Alrighty, so yeah, I'm gonna be showing some baits that I got from a few people actually. I actually got a bait from Malone that Malone sent me. Little gift pretty much, and then also I have someone else that follows me on here and then on Instagram. His name's John Palomino, and he makes his own like baits as well. It's like a striper bait, and also he sent me a few like other like swim baits to try out, and also just as a thing to create content. It was pretty awesome of him. I was like really not expecting it. So it was really nice of him to do that. And he sent some pretty cool baits. And the bait that Malone sent is actually like, it looks a lot nicer than it does online. I went on Monday evening a couple weeks ago, still had the tuck in the back of the creeks. Yeah, it's been tough, dude. And especially where I'm fishing at, it's just so much grass that even when it's like high tide, it seems like the fish stay away from that area. But then when it's low tide, they have really no choice and they stay in that area because there's like more running water. And then if not, it's just so thick, matted grass. I don't even think they could swim through that. I know there is like a little tiny channel that runs underneath it in the one spot, but that's probably where they have to come in and out through. But you definitely see like tons of shad and stuff like that hanging around the edges of it and inside of the grass. But I think they're like baby shad. Stuck fishing the weekend. Yeah, man. Screw going in the morning, man. That's why I just go usually in the evening, like 12 to like 6 time, and then fish till like usually like 8 or 9, or whenever the sun usually goes down. But the morning, I don't know why, I just don't have like the best luck. I'll usually just catch like a few fish. Back in the day, we used to go early in the morning and do shiner fishing. That's when I was like real young, and I used to go with my cousin and my father. We used to literally just fish under a bridge. I lived like right by it, and it was like a little tiny bridge, and they used to hang like tons of bass and crappie. Used to hang by these pillars, man, and used to catch like fish after fish. It was a pretty awesome spot, but it kind of like died off because people were throwing like junk in there and like uh, shopping carts. It was stupid, but it just got like everything would get snagged. Mm. So you're fishing like real late. I really don't do like night fishing like that where I'm staying out like real late. I usually do it till like when it's just getting dark, and then maybe like a couple hours after. Yeah, that's why I kind of like lucky. That's why I did that fishing the other week early, because I worked from like 6 to 6 in the morning. So I just went right from work to fish, and then fished till like 10 o'clock in the morning. But I didn't get like as much bites as I was expecting, and it was a high tide at that time, so I thought it was going to be good, but it wasn't. Hmm, it's interesting. I know the guys like in Massachusetts like to go real late like that. Hmm. So you caught it like real early, or like as soon as the sun was coming up, Brendan, or what time did you catch it? And that's the one that was on that popper, right? Yeah, that's usually like around a good time, like 11, 12 to like 3, 4. I caught my PB. It was like 3 or 4 o'clock, but that was like in the wintertime. So it was getting like dark real early, and the water was like pretty damn cold. So that was probably like the, warmest it got in the daytime with that around that time. Mm, yeah, there's some spots that around here that do close, or they don't like people fishing there after nighttime. They do close the ramp though for like boats, but the you can fish from the bank, but usually sometimes they'll come out at late at night and tell you got to get out. It sucks. And that's like that trout lake spot. Yeah, the instant sun came over the trees. I had Lalo catching fish. Mm. Yeah, I probably got out a little bit later than what I should have, because it was a little bit light out by the time I got out to my fishing spot. It wasn't dark still, so I probably could have got better topwater bite as it was still dark. Hmm. So interesting. We caught more 4 and 5 pounders at night. Hmm. I would think you'd catch like the bigger fish at night, but 4 or 5s, that's pretty big. Average. 1140. Hmm. Near Malone. Yeah, that is kind of sketchy with the with a boat. I would definitely have like a little spotlight or something, like the little lamp ones that you can kind of like turn. But yeah. So I'm gonna start getting into some of the baits. I'll show you the one Malone sent, which was the Savage Gear. It's the 3D snake, and I've been actually wanting to try these for a long time, but I never really bought one. And Malone was actually buying one for himself and asked me if I wanted one. And I told him he really didn't have to do that, but he he insisted. So I told him I'll definitely use it. I think this would get bit pretty well, because it looks just like the little black snakes that be in the rocks at my local spot. So there's like the little snake. Oops. And it also has two different line ties, so the one you can wake it, and then the other allows for a crank down a little bit, just a little bit below the surface. And it has swiveling hook hangers on both, and it comes with some pretty nice like hooks and hardware. So, and it has a real light rattle in it. I didn't even know that. It sounds pretty good. So it really is actually like pretty subtle. Like I said, it's actually not even like an expensive bait really too. So really anybody could buy one of these. I think they're like $10 or something like that for these one. This size. This is the 8-inch size. They have a 10-inch one, which is bigger. So, but it's pretty nice, and it's held together with like this rope or like a string that goes through the joints. But then it goes has two strands of rope that goes down the joints and hold it together. So it's pretty dope. And pretty good detail on the face too. So, what up, Nathan? And then this is from the John Palomino dude that I know on Instagram. Like I said, he sent me some stuff just to test out and give him my opinion on them, and also try out one of his striper baits that I really wasn't expecting him to send, because it's literally like absurd. But here's one of the baits that he sent, and it's called the Cali. It's from Cali Glide. It's on Instagram. It's a little bluegill glide bait. Seems like it will be like a chop style glide. There you go. And a very thin profile. So it's pretty good bite size. I actually took off the hooks it had, which were like pretty big. I put these smaller hooks because really, honestly, it really doesn't need big hooks. So I'm gonna try it out with that. If it needs some weight, I'll probably add some with the board weights and see how it does. But it's a nice little bait though, bite size. So it's pretty cool. I'll definitely try that. And I've been liking the chop style glides. So well, Marty is gonna hate me because I use that word a lot too. It's hard to get rid of it. I'm so used to using it. But so yeah, and then the other bait, which is actually a bait I've actually been wanting to buy myself, but I just never did because I really, the price tag was honestly keeping me away from it. If it was probably like $20 or $30 cheaper, I probably would have bought it. But this is actually a JDM bait. It's from Shoji something, but he was on Tin Horse Monty's podcast, and he talked about this bait as well. It's his bait that he made, and it's a swim bait. It's a crank down, and but it's supposed to be like a multi-purpose type of crank down that he has, and it's a pretty good bait because I've seen the action vids on it, and it's pretty nice. And I'll take it out the box for you guys. But it's supposed to have like I think it's like you can have on a slower retrieve, it'll have like a more wider S motion. On a faster retrieve, it's gonna be a little bit more tighter. It can also do a 360 turn with the actual lip on it, which is pretty like unique with that. You can you'll kind of be retrieving, and then you can make a turn and then continue to go straight, or you can like do the dead twitch type of action with it, which obviously I'm really like a fan of the dead twitching type of baits. So and this is a nice color too, because it could be like a couple different things. Come on. It's not wanting to focus, but it comes with some beefy hooks. They look like the ST. I know their owners. ST. I think it's the ones that Toxic uses. ST41s, I think. The lip is real thin, which is interesting. And pretty tiny. It's not a big lip. It's very thin too. Wish it would focus. Let me see if I can get a little closer. Come on, man. Jeez. There. And it's like a chrome IU type color. Could be like a baby bass, shad, herring. A couple different things, really. So, and now, like I said, that joint is not as articulated as a lot of other crankdowns or baits that have more of like a tighter action to them. So this is going to probably have like a more wider type of crankdown swim to it. It's not going to be like very tight where it's just swimming like sort of like a wake does. Yeah, I do well with silver. Not as the gold one. With gold, I tend to catch like a more snakeheads with, but with like certain baits that have gold in it that have also other colors, I'll catch pretty good amount of bass with, like like a baby bass pattern with like a gold, like this one that Brendan sent me has that in it. It's like a gold flash in it. You kind of can see that as it like moves. It has this gold, very light amount of gold on it. That perch crankdown I have, that's from Bug Rock. Or the Bug Rock crankdown that's from Monster Bait Development has that. Also, it's like a gold flash in the perch color. That does well. Yeah, it's like a little tiny mini DRT lip. It has like that little ridge that's on the bottom, like the same sort of shape. So, but he even said that he was like kind of inspired by like the DRT stuff and the baits. So he just wanted to make one a little bit different. So that's that one. That's the only ABS bait he sent me actually. And then this here is the actually I've been wanting to try this one as well. Just never bought it neither, which is pretty cool. That it's something I've never tried brand wise. But it's the Gator Dog. It's the gill wake that he has. I'm trying to get close. Pretty sick little gill wake there. Has a little engraved damn here. Has a little engraved logo on the lip. Pretty nice beefy. It's actually pretty beefy. It has the date that it was made on there, 2022. Wish this damn camera would focus. No, that didn't do anything. Let me see this paper. Nope, it's still not doing it. Whatever. I don't know why it's not doing it, dude. But yeah, so it has a pretty sick paint job though. Trying to get it to focus, but it's not. It's kind of pissing me off. There we go. Nope. Still didn't want to do it, dude. Did it for like a second. Oh well. It's not wanting to do it. Thanks, Nathan. It's actually a hat that I got from a guy that I'm gonna show that I got from. His name's LureSlingers. His website is, but name's Ron. But it's pretty good dude, and it's actually a really nice hat. It's got like I forget what it's called, multicam on it, so it's actually a pretty good and it's a Yupeng hat, so it's a pretty good quality hat. Yeah, I'm gonna probably buy a new damn. And also I forgot the damn. I was gonna pay for the damn StreamYard premium, and I forgot to hit that. So I messed up on that. But sometimes it works and sometimes it won't. But maybe it'll work on this giant ass bait here that's like the biggest walking bait I've ever seen or owned personally. But this bait here is made by John Palomino, like I was saying. That's the one who sent me these baits. And this one is a wood bait that he makes, carves them. And like I said, it's a striper bait. And but I'm probably gonna see if it gets any attention from some bass, because I'm sure they've never seen anything like that this size there. And like I said, he did a pretty damn good job on these, and it's a good shape. So this is like I said, all wood, but it's a in a trout pattern. It got has three hooks with the like saltwater style uh, hangers with the swivels. It has a 15 millimeter eye, foiled side with a trout pattern, and it's a pretty beefy wide bait. He has his signature on the bottom. Of course, focus for like 2 seconds. Come on, man. And you can kind of see where like the weight placement is at too, a little bit. This fucking camera, man. It's almost around 12 inches, Chris, and it weighs like 8.9 ounces. I imagine it was like 8.89. So it's a pretty damn big bait. Like I said, it's about like the size, like, yeah, like almost a little bit larger, almost than my elbow. I mean my arm to my elbow. So it's pretty damn big, but it's actually not as heavy with like when you're having it in your hand and you're feeling it. For this size of a bait, it's really not that heavy. If this was like a resin, dude, this thing would weigh like 13, 14 ounces. So it'd be insane. So, but it's a pretty dope bait. And I definitely plan on hopefully getting out. Let me see if maybe, son of a bitch. It was just freaking about, it wants to like focus and it keeps coming out. Alright. Let me see if I can get the name. Please don't. And of course. Oh well. And it did. It's gotta be this damn light. Fucking hell. There you go. So now it's focused for 3 seconds. Like I said, it's all beefy hardware, so this thing definitely could take some actual like serious beating. And the way he did like the hardware, it's definitely not gonna break because it would have to literally go like through the damn wood to do that. So yeah, that's those were the couple baits that he had actually sent me, and thank you again, John, for that, because that was really generous of you to do that, man. Those are some expensive baits, and I definitely will let you know how they do. Yeah, I'm gonna try that for stripers, Nathan. I'm gonna hopefully see if I can do like at least a couple charters before this year ends, and then maybe see if I'm also gonna try it at the river spot and just see how it does with the bass and see if it gets like any attention. Because like I said, I don't think they've seen that. What up, Caro and Greg? Scott, what up? Make sure I didn't miss nobody else. I can tell you kind of how like the if you look right here, the hangers, there's a thing right here, a little pin, and so the hanger, the actual swivel is in there and it's held by that pin. And I was kind of telling him that if he wanted to make it even more like refined, all he would have to do is just, instead of cutting the pin flush to the edge of the bait, you just cut it a little shorter, and then you'd be able to fill it in with like filler, and you wouldn't even see it. So, but overall, it's kind of blends in. It looks like one of the dots on the trout, so you really can't even notice it. And like I said, you can definitely see some of the weight, how much weight it took to, balance it. So, but it should be really interesting to see how it actually walks. So. Yeah. Freaking out, like I said, I don't know. I just a couple guys hit me up at I guess around the same time, so it was kind of funny. But hey, it'll make for good videos, and I'll definitely make like a short or something and try to film it, get like a video of it swimming. Cause I had sent a picture to TK, and he was like, he's got to see a swim video of it. All right, so let me go, and I'm gonna show just a couple of the baits I got. This is not from LureSlingers. The LureSlingers box is a little bit actually kind of cooler. And then actually I'll show, it says separate, that's kind of separate from the hookup, but like I said, these are the J-Corn baits or buzz baits that I actually had ordered a little while ago. They finally came, and like I said, I was actually surprised when they came because the packaging was like amazing that he has them in. And here's I just got 2 just to try out first, but I'm definitely buying more. And because I was like, damn, this is pretty sick. And so these are his boxes here, and that he sells for like each buzzbait. And I'll show the tandem ones first, back, and then when you this one, like I said, is the tandem series. And then he also has a standard regular buzzbait, but the tandem series is kind of new. And then this is like the kind of like when you open them first up, it comes with that like I guess you would say like a card, a bait card. J-Corn. Oh, now you want to focus? Jeez. So yeah, it says hand sculpted surfboard profile, hand formed 0.045 spring back stainless steel wire, hand poured using grade 10 precision sharp owner 4-aught hook, hand painted custom colorway, which yes, they're all like hand painted. Like when you order them, he paints them right there, and then like he doesn't have them pre-painted. Hand tied living rubber skirt, handmade, and 5mm Jetson lower eye, anodized colored blade, tuned and ready out of the box. And then it says a signature with the date of, you know, the year it was made, 23. So, what up, Ron? I'm about to get actually to your stuff soon. And like I said, this is the J-Corn tandem buzzbait that I got, and this is the black. I think it's the bleeding black. And like I said, these are all painted fresh. And that's that skirt. It's a double skirt there. Look, and it's tied very nice. Has that real puffy profile. The hook is very nice too. Nice and beefy. But I really like that flat head that he has with that eye. And like it says, that's that surfboard style jig, you know, head that it has, and then it has those tandem small prop blades, and they're pretty nice overall. It has like a squeak, but it's kind of like hard to blow on it that get it to fully spin right. So the bigger one kind of is a little bit easier, but when you kind of do it this way, it doesn't really even want to do it then either. but when you do it by slow, you kind of can hear that squeak it has, and you can tell there it was spun beforehand, because like the on top of the like grommet or whatever this, I forget what these pieces are called, the end piece, but right there is kind of like on top, it has like engravings from it spinning for a little bit. So yeah, so that's just the tandem one. Yeah, they are. It's like really, really nice, like well done. Like you can tell he took like very close attention to detail on these. And then this is the standard one that he has. That is just the regular buzz type. You can kind of hear that squeaking without really even turning the blade. All right, Nathan, take it easy, man. Thanks for stopping by. And see, like this one, it has like that good squeak. That one does that too. It's just kind of hard for it to do it. So it's a really nice squeak to it. Again, that living rubber skirt and nice hook. It has a double hook keeper on the. It's kind of hard to pick up, but is there? There's like a double hook keeper. And it also has those nice two holes in the blade. See, it's squeaking. Nah, they're not rusted, Malone. It's just pre-broken in. Yeah, Dax is Jay Corwin. It's on Instagram. You can find him on there, and then he'll go. It goes right to his website. He has like a ton of really, really nice colors, and they're not even that bad. They're like $10 or $9. So they're really nice. And like I said, you're getting a pretty quality bait, painted, fresh, and hand tied, fresh, everything. So they're made like as you order. And then he also even takes like big orders from like shops or whatever, if they wanted to have like a decent amount of them in stock or whatever. So they're pretty nice buzz baits. And like I said, the box is pretty dope too. Like I said, it seemed like a lot of thought went into the whole design of them. Yeah, Brennan, it's actually not bad at all. That's what I'm saying. Like $10 is pretty good. So let me see. I can. Let me see if I'll go on his website. So actually, no, mistake. My mistake. $15. Still not bad though. Like I said. So my bad on that. They're 15, but still, for like I said, all the stuff that went into them. Oh, I forgot. I didn't even mention that part. I completely forgot it. And the whole point really behind the design behind his whole buzz base was to actually have a buzz bait that goes very slow, and you can kind of keep in the strike zone for a little bit longer of a period. But the difference in the two these two actual buzz baits themselves is that they're not just like the same thing with just different blades, but the tandem one actually has a tin head, and then the regular one has a lead head. So what he did was that he could make a little bit of the same profile, but had a lighter head to it, and it would stay up in the water column. and then this one here still stays up in the water column, and it allows it to go slow because of that surfboard design, but it will still stay up. So, but with this one, since it has that different blade design, or the tandem blade, he had to make the head out of a tin to keep it up a little bit higher in the water column. So that also is a little bit different. All right, Greg, take it easy, man. Thanks for stopping by as well, man. And then, but yeah, like I said, these are definitely going to be, I'm going to be using these soon. And he anodizes the stuff himself, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so like I said, a lot of thought went into him. Actually, I'll read you guys his little thing that he has. It says the Cyclops by J. Corn Lures is not your average single prop buzzbait, delivering performance, quality, and rarely seen from other competitors. The Cyclops buzzbait, so damn small. Born in the Midwest, it started out of a series of stylized hand sculpted prototypes, which he did. He kind of hand sculpted that head and then sent it to like Row Innovations, and then gradually evolving through collaboration with our partners at Row Innovations, one of the most seductive top boarders, blah, blah, blah. Cyclops buzzbait has many distinguishing features, including the use of tin rather than lead to mold around the head, and 045 spring stainless steel wire. Tin is harder, stronger, and firmer, and less dense than lead by nature, allowing the cycle. So actually, both are made by tin, not just the one. And firmer and dense, less than lead by nature, allowing the Cyclops buzzbait to have a larger profile without the added weight, or sacrificing the lure's ability to lift and plane quickly onto the surface. A lead-based lure profile of the same size would be significantly heavier and fail to perform as well as the tin-based Cyclops. Our premium anodized aluminum blades are arguably one of the most important aspects of the Cyclops buzzbait performance. The larger size wide blade combined with the light wire frame of the Cyclops buzzbait increases anglers' ability to truly slow roll the lure through the strike zone, significantly increasing hookups in the Cyclops buzzbait will track and plane true around cover, medium to slow retrieves, resulting in some vicious Cyclops buzz is constructed of a tournament-tested owner 530-5320 4-rod hook, custom fish skull, living eye, molded double barbed bait keeper, an exaggerated skirt collar, hand-tied skirt collar, adding superior flair to our hand-tied living rubber skirt material. Each buzzbait is hand-tuned prior to the packaging for maximum squeak right out of the box, and finished in custom hand-painted colorway to match. So yeah, you probably can, Michael. You just gotta probably just bend it down because the blade is right there on this one right here. You can literally just easily bend it like a little bit, and it would start hitting that head. So I'll definitely let you know on that. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, you're gonna like them. When you see them, when you get them, you're gonna like it because you're gonna see that it looks very well done. It's just overall really good lure. Yeah, Ron, it definitely is a good design, and not just just some regular stuff out there. So that's why I like buying stuff like that. It's a little bit different, has a nice squeak to it, so I think that'll work. All right, so these are just some of the other baits that I got. Not this one is not from LureSlingers yet. I have that one saved for last since I have actually the most stuff from that one. And so this here's actually the Duran Crazy bait that I actually got from the hookup. And this is that kind of like dense scat bait that they make, but it also has like a skirting material on them, so it's a little bit different than a scat, but it's also pretty dense similarities wise. And but it's also meant for fishing pretty deep. It literally said like 5 meters, which is like 15 feet. So, but it's actually a really chunky bait, and it has that little skirting material on the outside or going through it, and it's like kind of like little legs. So it's kind of like those cube baits in a way, or you know, like that gi crack bait has that little hook slot in the back, and then those ribs on the bottom kind of collect that water, you know, little air bubbles, causing it to fall a little bit slower as well. So it's a pretty nice little bait, but it's meant to be more fish like on the bottom, as like a bottom contact bait, and then it would just kind of like twitch. Kind of could look like little baby catfish, honestly, because it kind of does look like that. If you took like those back kind of silicone pieces off, it looks like kind of like a little fish. So that definitely, but it has like a nice like kind of like it's definitely rigid, but it has like some softness to it. It's definitely dense though, pretty heavy. Take it easy, Scott. And actually, I didn't really see like much sales on them, so it seems like they're gonna go like under the table because I didn't see many people buying them, and a lot of the colors were like still in stock. So, or they really didn't get like depleted as I was like thinking they were. But hey, more for us. Mm. Yeah, you won't have to break it in. And like I said, and since it's already squeaking when you break, like it's already you getting it out of the package. When you use it more, it's gonna squeak even more. So that thing's gonna get loud. And it definitely looks like it has plenty, obviously, life on it. Like it's not just like completely used up to where you won't be able to use it for long. It definitely, it's just the way he did that makes it squeal like that. So the other two little baits too I got were the Dog X Kauai. One thing I never don't kind of understand is that why they don't on the actual bait itself like paint them differently, or I mean put a different label, because it kind of like is confusing. Because the slide sinker one, it says on the top Dog X Junior Kauai. It doesn't say slide sinker. It just, and then on these it says the same exact thing. It makes no sense. So, but I got the snakehead pattern. I couldn't resist that one, because there's definitely baby snakeheads like this size around. It's a pretty nice color. This is the BFS series one, but it's literally the same size. It's just they did different paint jobs, and this one floats. But I did put in the water, and it has that posture like this. So if you added probably a little bit of weight towards the front, you could get it to sink. So, but this is the standard one, and that's the normal. The BFS one is the exact same thing. So, yeah. Like I said, it says the same thing on the top, which makes no sense. and they weigh the same thing too as well. And this is the GG Midnight Bone. I wanted to get that one because I don't have a dark color besides that new snakehead color I got now, but I don't have like a black one for this bait. Like I said, it's one of my favorite finesse walking baits. And that's that GG Midnight Bone. Has that orange belly on it. That bone scale type fish bone body, and then the black top. And I swear these newer ones make a lot more noise than the ones I had. But yeah, these two are definitely going to go in the arsenal. I have like 6 of these damn things, or 7 now. But they're like I said, they're one of my favorites. And now I have a floating model and a sinking model, so it's kind of cool. The next bait I got from there is, let me show you like this. The soft bait is the Signal Waka bait. Is the soft bait that they made, is a new bait that just kind of came out. It's very popular though in Japan right now. It's being used as a what's it called? A rig bait, and this is their Wagasagi color, and they come with 2. And then also the packaging is kind of similar to the Gangcraft packaging, so I was wondering if Gangcraft probably pours their stuff for them. And it's a pretty nice thin minnow bait. Yeah, you need to take that thing off and open it. So it's a very thin bait, or thin, like sort of like profile. Kind of see, like I see, you can see the eyes almost on both sides. So it's very thin, but it has that real paint job type pattern. It's got like glitter in it. Come on. Oops, nope. Of course, when like you want to show something good, it starts to. All right, it's. Nope. There we go. So it has like this silver flake in there, and then it also has that pattern stamped on it or printed. It has also that hook slot in there for your hook. Goes in there, and then let's see, it has a decent amount of tail, but it seems like only the end portion of the bait is moving, so you're really going to have just that end piece of the tail moving, and probably have a decent amount of roll because it's thin. So it's going to have like a very tight action on it. Let me see the toughness on the plastic. It's soft, so definitely not the most durable. So I wish they kind of gave you more than 2 for this size, but we'll definitely see how that performs. Yeah, Ron, Signal is a good brand. They make a lot of popular stuff over there. And then there's another one. I think they're like partners or something with them or something like that. But it's called Engine, and they make some nice stuff too. And they have like a scent that they make that's literally like selling out in days in Japan. It's from like I said, Engine, and I forget what the hell it's called. Engine something scent. It's like shrimp scent. I'll have to send you a link on that later. But it's insane. And they also have like a powder that they sell, like an amino powder. And then also the next bait I got too is like, this is the hard bait, and I had to get it because I've been wanting to try them. And this is the Swing Mikey jackal bait, a little bluegill bait. Of course, I don't want to focus, whatever. And so it's got that real bluegill pattern on it. I had to get that one because it kind of has like that green look to it, so it'll definitely be perfect. And I do pretty good with green, like bluegill colors, like a green sunfish. And it has that flat style tail. It'll give it like a wider kick to it. And then also you can attach a blade if you want. It also has that tracer on it so you can see the bait. But there's a little thing there that you can add a little blade to if you want. So, and actually what I've seen some guys them doing is they'll take the hook off here, put the hook back here, and then put a blade here. So, and this really doesn't go deep at all. I think it's like 2 feet at most. So yeah, it's a floating bait though, and it's only 28 grams, so 1 ounce, exactly 1 ounce. So very light, only 115 millimeters, so just like a 1/4 of an inch bigger, or not even, than a 110, or like maybe like, I don't think I have a 110 near me, but yeah, it's not much bigger. Let me see if it has any. No, it's pretty much silent. Yeah, it's not bad. Like I said, this color is really nice. It definitely looks better in person. I'll definitely have to take a picture of that. And it's a perfect like little bluegill snack size bait. So that'll be good pretty well. And then this is the last stuff I got from the hookup. Is these are just some front rings that I got. I wanted to test these out. I saw them. They look like a pretty cool concept. It's like sort of like the Norman's speed clip, but different shape. And it just, you can clip it to your lure, and it becomes like a snap. And it's just like easy on and off sort of deal. But it's pretty much like a snap ring type clip. See, you kind of just twist them on. So it's a pretty cool concept, and I wanted to try them out, so see how they do. And they have more sizes, but they didn't have this, like, they didn't have more. They only had 3 and 4, but they had 5, 6, and 7. So 50, 60, 75, 100, and 150 pound ranges. So that should be cool. Alrighty, and now the rest is from LureSlingers. Alright, so I'll start on actually a few of the baits that I actually gave me to try out. And they're actually pretty cool. And actually, Brennan, I think you might actually like these ones in this size specifically to try out. This guy. Oh shit. So, this is actually that frog, the brand, that Brazilian frog guy. That I like that other frog from, the mouse. This is the bigger version, like a sort of like the rat version, I guess. But it's his largest frog. It's the 18-gram one, so it's a pretty heavy frog. 9 centimeters is like 4 inches. 6-aught hook, so it's a pretty big hook, frog hook in there. And like I said, I think TK would like this because this frog here you could use for like bowfin, and I know he likes to go for those bowfin. And if you use a frog, the frog's not gonna really last too long. But with this guy here, it's kind of like a real durable rubber, and I'm pretty sure they're handmade as well. So there's not really many people out there doing handmade frogs. But this one here has a pretty nice bite to it, uh, so it's got a nice amount of hook space there, which I like. And then the way that the body is made is that the hooks kind of go in there, and it kind of reminds me of those old frogs from back in the day that like the spooks or like the money hound type thing, but it's in a shape of like a little mouse. It's a pretty sweet little frog, and like I said, they're from Brazil, and that's a pretty nice size frog. It's it's not really small. So, and it has that nice like rubber skirt. You have to like separate them when you get them, so I separated them. It has that middle skirt, and then this is I have the small one actually right here. That's the small guy. So it's about like half the size. But this little one actually casts pretty decent. And his frogs, they walk pretty well. So I think that one probably walk even better. And then this is the ones I was saying, Brandon, I think you would like actually in this size, which is the Bite Me, actually the hat I'm wearing. And the Bite Me lures, they're like a Australian brand. These are like a biodegradable swim bait that they make pretty much, and it's made out of like a saltwater blend plastic, so it's going to be pretty tough. And they also have rattles in the tail, but it has that like wedge style tail, so it's kind of cool. Like, see that? It has like that little wedge style, and they're actually pretty good amount of tail in there. Like, if I really don't even hold that, there, it's got like a pretty good amount. So that should kick pretty nice, all around, all year round, cold or hot. So, and then like I said, it has a rattle in the tail, and you can remove that if you want. You just kind of like push, and it'll kind of come out. Push the see, it kind of slides out. So they're pretty nice. The only thing is that they're not like super cheap. They're $14, but like I said, for the larger size, I think that's not too bad because you're getting kind of like 3 big size baits for the price that you'd probably pay around that same price for one JDM bait, and or like those 2 signal baits I just showed. You're paying $10 for that, and you're getting 2. But those we're gonna rip probably maybe 2 fish, 3 fish at most. So, and I'm gonna put some gulp scent on them and see how that does. I've been liking the gulp scent, the herring one specifically. And then he also gave me this one to try as well, the black caviar. Is a dope color. Yeah, this color is gonna get smoked. It's kind of like a smoke. Yeah, it's like a smoke orange. That red eye. Has a little rattle in there. This one. The rattle is a little stuck. This one has the little smaller one. And the other one has the big one. Okay. So it has one small one. What up, Tom? So yeah, like I said, they're pretty cool. And like I said, the cool thing about them is that they kind of biodegrade, which is, I think a lot of lures need to start going that way. It's just better off for the water, better off for the ecosystem, and better off for the fish. So, and then this is the other last thing he had sent me to try. This is the Dragon Crazy, the burger gill, and let me actually open it. Still in the dealer's packaging. And like I said, it tells you rig with a 6-aught infinity hook, which I got. Since it's like my favorite hook. And this is like a little jointed, like bluegill style bait. I know Tim actually used these before. But they're very nice. Not much, they don't have any scent. Has a hook slot on the top actually. A little bluegill. Come on. Get this to focus first. All right. You got that gold, like smoke. And it has, if you can see that little paddle tail, like segment on the bottom of the tail, that allows that flat tail, you know, to undulate back and forth without having to have like a paddle tail style tail completely at the end. It can still have that flat tail, but then it still gets a kicking action from that little paddle on the bottom. So, and then I've seen these, a lot of guys are fishing them like on the downfall, letting them fall, and they kind of have that kick to them. But they're pretty nice. This gold color is pretty dope. Got that big flake in there. And I like it has little eyes too. So these should be pretty fun to use. Make sure to put that the right way. Yeah, it's him. Alright, so then now the rest, everything. Oh, sent me this. Well, and this is the Ballista or Ballista Hunchback. It's actually a very popular brand that's in Australia right now. A lot of guys are using them for like Murray cod and stuff like that. I've also seen a couple guys using for like barramundi, a different type of baits that they have, like a lipless. But this one here is sort of like a jitterbug style bait, what they call them, like crawlers or like a creeper. So it's sort of like a crawler, like sort of jitterbug style bait. The only difference is this actually comes with like an LED that is installed like into the bottom rear tail of the bait. So when it hits the water, it kind of blinks. So this is, like I said, the Ballista Hunchback. And I'll show you guys that light real quick. And it actually has a nice little sound to it too, the rattle. And so you got that big lip right there. And then it's that Murray cod pattern. but that could be like a baby bass really, or a bass pattern, or like those damn burbits that be up north could probably even be something like that. But it comes with some beefy hooks. I'm pretty sure it's BKK hooks, stingers. I'm pretty sure that's what they look like. And then also the red light is right here, and you'll see in a second. See? So that red light, once it hits water, makes contact with both of those hangers. It causes a connection, and then it relays through it and causes the blink. So and then once it comes out the water, it'll stop blinking. But it has I think it's like 8 or like something hours or something like that it stays like on like that. It can stay blinking. So oh no, it says comes with a lithium battery that lasts an impressive 120 plus hours. So cast the lure into the water and activate the circuit. And when retrieved from the water, the LED turns off automatically. It's an inbuilt lithium coin battery sealed inside the lure. The battery can cause severe, or well, that's just something else. So yeah, and then like I said, it's a 90 millimeter bait. So, and then the lip is actually removable. If it has any damage, you can get replacement lips. It just slides out, like you just push up. So this should be pretty cool. And like I said, the rattle is not too loud. It's pretty subtle, so it sounds pretty good. It almost sounds like a little bit like butyrate. Like I said, I really like that light. I always wanted to try that, and I think that would be pretty damn cool to see how that, does anything. But I think musky guys or Frank would like something like that for the muskies, because that'd be pretty cool. And then they also have another bait that, like I'm definitely hoping to try out sooner or later. I might just buy it. And it's a ballista bait that he has on his eBay, and it's like a crank down. It can do this as well, be like a crawler, and then something else. It does a wake bait, and so it's like 3 different baits in one. And it's like a jointed bait, and it's kind of like a noisy docks, but like a plastic version. So it's a pretty cool bait. And actually, the noisy docks, hopefully, you'll have those sooner or later. Yeah, hella, I don't really think it will be too bad, because honestly, I've had this bait here, which is kind of like same sort of thing. It's like a jitterbug, and this lip is humongous too. And this bait really doesn't have really bad hookups. Most of the time on like jitterbugs, I mainly get eat ups from like the back or like from underneath. And even if like they come from the front, really that lip, it may look like huge or something like that, but that's really like 2 inches. That's sort of like the same thing on this one. It's like just as big. Yeah, trying to get it to the center. So like it's like a about a half inch, I'd say, on each side, a little bit bigger than this one. So, and the hooks are pretty big on this. So you got plenty of like hooks to actually hook up with. So yeah, the ballista tremor, yeah, that's it. And then this is also a bait too. I got from this one here. I got personally, I bought myself, and this here I've actually been wanting to get for like a little while since I saw them come out, and they're actually only, you can't really get them in like regular retail market. Really, they're meant for Depths members, and I kind of hate that. But they ended up making this bait here, which is the new high sider that came out. Regular, you can buy this retail, but then not the bait I'm going to show, which kind of makes no sense because that used to be a Depths member bait too. But they made this one exclusively for the Depths members, and I've been wanting to get it since it came out. But since I've been having issues with shipping, kind of Ron did me a favor and got it, found one for me, and got it. So I was like really thankful of that. What up, JP? And I'm really thankful of that. And I'm definitely gonna be putting in some work with this because it's like one of my favorite Depths swim baits. And this is the Depths Sweet Killer 210. I have the smaller model, which is the this one here. And then the old model too was the Depths member bait too. This one here is the little guy, all beat up. This is a 9, but it's actually not as big as I was thinking though. So it's actually a perfect size, and I definitely know this is gonna get demolished. It has the same lip system though as the high sider, so it has that like clip lip that you can just press the little clip on it, and then you get that nice. This is the Kata bass. It's like a IU, I guess, color, or like a chrome bass. And it kind of goes from like a transparent sort of color, and then to solid, and then it has like that bonish white stomach to it, and then it has the tracer on top, the brown back, sort of olive back, and then that tail actually is, if you guys use the Depths baits at all, the Sweet Killer, the tail design came from the Sakamata shad. They took a Sakamata shad and cut the tail off the back and then put it in the bait, and then that's where they came up with this shape. And if I take one of the Sakamata shads that I have, so if you look at the Sakamata, see? And they just enlarged it. So actually the small tiny one, they used the same tail that was from the 6-inch, I think it was, or this one here. And then this one is obviously just enlarged. And then they also beefed up the plastic as well. This one is actually a lot more rigid than the one I had on the smaller model. And then what's kind of cool too is that with the this bait here, and the high side of the tails are actually interchangeable. It's probably not the lips because they look like they're different thicknesses. But like I said, it does use that similar mechanism where you just kind of clip it and it pulls out, and then you can use it without the lip, and you kind of have like that glide sort of bait. And then this one has that same feature, kind of just clip it up, and it has that T sort of shape. Let me see if it'll go in. No way. No fucking way. It works. No fucking way. It actually worked. It takes they're both interchangeable, I guess. So it has that coffin bill now if I wanted to use that. It's hard. This one has like a deeper thing to it, so it's like hard to pull out. And then let me show you the tail part. The tail is also interchangeable. So pull the tail out. Pull that out. All right. And now you got that. So they work interchangeably. And then you could technically take that sweet killer tail. Let's see. Sweet killer, a little thicker, the tail. Yeah, so the sweet killer one, the tail's a little thicker, so it takes a little more effort to get in there. But once you do, it's in there. And you got that. And it'll be like that fluke sort of tail kicking. Kind of like that Mibro Adapt swimmer that I have. It has like the fork tails. This guy. This one. It's like that twin test, like the Zoom twin tail, like spinner trailer. So yeah, that one, this is gonna be pretty cool to use because I got those two and they kind of like match with each other. That's gonna be really useful to have those two. The Mibro has the spine little rich. This one now, this is that one's like that's a Mibro bait. This is the depths one. But the Mibro one, yeah, it does have the that spine I'm talking about. And it's actually right here. I have the spine piece right here. But that one is also pretty versatile as well. That Mibro bait. I'll touch this tail on after. Alrighty, so yeah, that's that, and I got a few more stuff here. Also have another Z crank that I got as well from Ron from LureSlingers. I got the teardrop one, the one I was telling you guys that I was gonna get. I was really eyeing these. This is the teardrop model. It's made of balsa as well, not like the cedar one. So this one here, the teardrop model, is actually larger than the standard Z crank. It's like about like 0.2 millimeters longer. It's like 68 millimeters or 65. It also has a different bill. It's a coffin style bill. It's a little bit fatter as well, like bulbous, and a little bit of a like this part right here goes back a little bit further. But it's a sweet sweet color there. It's got like a silver orange belly. It has like that golden, and then you kind of see like some grain through the paint, which is pretty nice. And then on the top, Kind of has that thing there. It says Z crank, teardrop, handmade, pro model, and then balsam. And that tells you the weight, 1/2 ounce, which is pretty heavy. That's like a pretty heavy bait. Obviously silent, no rattle. And then both of these are actually 1/2 ounce. These are both 1/2 ounce, but this one is made out of cedar, so it's going to be a little bit more dense. But as you can see, it's like a little bit smaller. If I hold them up close, literally just a little bit. So it's not by much. But like I said, that bill is a little bit different. The eyes are a little bit wider, and it's overall just a little bit of a bigger bait. So it should be interesting to see how that performs. Yeah, Ron, I really don't see the teardrop ones. I see like the blue ones, the red labels, the big Z. The flat ones are also pretty hard to find, the flat side Z cranks. I really don't see those. And those are the ones that like supposedly, I forget the damn name, but they gave it like a better review than all the other Z cranks. But to be honest, I caught fish on all of them. So like I said, and I have a pretty good a different amount. I had the red, the blue, the cover one that has the wire. No, actually the cedar, yeah, it floats pretty actually quick, JP. It actually has a harder thump to it than the balsam because it's more denser wood. But it definitely floats a little bit faster, the balsam. But you'll be surprised how fast the cedar floats too. Like it's really not. It's very hard like to tell the difference. But you can tell the difference on like the thump and vibration. So, but like I said, sometimes I don't even realize which one I'm using really, because I don't really look at the top part where it says like the model. I'll just pick whatever one the color wise, because I have like 2 different types. I have like the red in the same color and the blue in the same color, so it's kind of confusing sometimes. You don't know which one you're grabbing unless you read it. So, but they are, like I said, they're pretty dense though. Like when you feel them, or when you get them and you feel them in your hand, you realize like how dense they are. They don't feel like cheap. So that's one thing I really like about them. Just putting the tail in. Alrighty, and then next bait. This is actually a Daiwa bait. It's actually I'm not sure if it's kind of new or they are somewhat new, but it's the Daiwa bait. And actually, this bait here was made. I actually learned this from Ron, and I didn't even know this, but these baits here specifically were created for like a catfish species that it's from. I think it's Japan or South Korea, and they pretty much. It's like sort of like a single tail like catfish, like sort of like a Wells catfish or a flathead, and they kind of like are pretty aggressive because they really live in like small creeks and channels, and they only have a certain limited amount of food. So mainly anything they eat is like whatever falls in there, or they get opportunity to eat anything. So they're pretty aggressive. But this is the Daiwa Fuku Namazu, and this is also another like jitterbug style bait. It's a little bit smaller, obviously. It's like sort of like a crank size. But even the packaging, you can kind of you'll see it's like a little catfish on it in the back. So pretty cool packaging. And then like I said, this one's in like a snakehead pattern. And it comes with that double frog style hook. It's barbless, so there's no barbs on there, so you're not going to hurt the fish at all, mess them up. And then you also have the nice little blade here on it on the front. So this is going to be pretty weedless overall. And you could probably burn this through stuff that, you know, a lot of other jitterbugs probably wouldn't go through, unless besides for this blade. Really, the only thing I'll probably get gunked up really. But the lip is metal. It has a little screw there, so technically maybe probably could find replacement if they sell them anywhere. But it's a pretty dope little paint job. Little eyes. Little eyes. And like I said, it's like that giant snakehead pattern. And I was wondering what this little kind of has, like this hole. I don't know, it's not a hole, but it's like a little indent on the top of the head. And it looks like there was something to go there, or like a hook. Yeah, or maybe I'm thinking like a glow stick, maybe it's supposed to take, because that seems like a new idea that a lot of JDM companies are doing now, where they're putting a lot of uh, like attachment type areas on their bait to put a little tiny glow stick, like the little tiny ones that are like a little stick, so you can use at nighttime. So yeah, this one here is pretty dope. I've been wanting to try them, but I haven't. So this should be pretty cool. And it has a little rattle in it. So it's pretty dope. Yeah. Yeah, JP, that's what I was thinking. It's just that the hole is kind of like small. Or I'm like, maybe like a rattle. And it has like a little groove too. It's interesting. It's definitely got to be something like that or something. It has something on the package. I'll have to translate it. See what it says. Yeah, that's that one. And then the last bait I got is another Daiwa bait, and there's another Fuku series bait, but this is one of the swim baits, and this is the Fuku Uo, and this is their new Daiwa swim bait that came out in like the winter time, released pretty recently, not too long ago. But this is like a little crank down, has a circuit board lip, has marabou type or like feathered trebles. It's a matte gold finish, matte gold black back. It has two tails that you can that you have, and it's like a perfect size. I got this one actually because I'm gonna get another one as well because there's another color I really wanted, which is the Jin Buna, and it's kind of like a silver shad carp kind of color, and comes with a little clip, a snap. You got that little circuit board. And I've showed this bait actually in the chat before, like a while ago. And like I said, it has that very thick circuit board lip, so that's very durable. That's going to take a beating. Very nice little feather trebles, beefy trebles too. So, and they're hooks, Daiwa's hooks. So those are really nice feathered trebles. And like I said, it's a crank down, and it's more meant to be like a sort of like a dead twitch style bait, and twitching it near cover. But you're also meant to be fished, like I said, near cover. That's why it has this big circuit board lip. So it's meant to be deflected off like wood and things like that. And the way it was designed is to, be very good at obstructing cover. So, and then also the angle that it comes in is like that. It's like kind of like steep sort of nose down posture. So it's pretty nice. But like I said, it's like a matte gold finish. The orange little belly. It's like a kinkuru color, and I call it pretty good fish with the kinkuru colors. It just seems like snakehead seems to bite them a lot more. But like I said, it would be cool to have catch a couple snakehead on it. So I was like, you know what, might as well just get something to have for like snakehead, because I really don't have a snakehead like swim bait lure. So I was like, you know what, I'll get that and then get a silver one for like bass. So that should be pretty cool. Running, that's like, it was in the winter time, like a couple months ago. It was a Daiwa bait. I sent like a lot of pics actually. It was from Lure News TV. It wasn't like recently, really. Yeah, that the little jitterbug type guy. That, yeah, I didn't. It's gonna catch a lot of different stuff, really. But there's a lot of good baits to try out. Yeah, it wasn't. It was like near the winter time, because that's when they kind of like showed it, like the release of it, like the video, and then kind of just put. And I think also I kind of showed it on a live stream a while ago. I showed you guys like a quick swim video. I think it was like around that time when we were talking about like new baits that were coming out, or that we're excited to like see. Yeah, man, that circuit board lip, I'm a sucker for it too, and I'm sure that definitely gives it a nice crisp action too. I'm sure there's some reason behind them using that instead of like a regular plastic, or they could have even went maybe like with a metal lip, but they didn't. So I'm sure there's a reason behind it. But yeah, like I said, a lot of good baits. I got to use, I got to use and test now, so I'll be definitely busy for a while. Oh, what happened, Daniel? Slide 2300. Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't done that. I mean, they make wait a minute. Oh shit, they're actually swiveling hook hangers. So that's another bonus too. That's kind of cool. Got a nice 360 swiveling hook hangers. That's cool. That's actually definitely a bonus right there. I like that. That'll definitely be good for snakehead, because they won't be able to destroy the hangers. I like that. I'm gonna check the other beat. So yeah, those are pretty much yeah, Carol is getting there. I gotta get a pegboard to put like over here and put it over there, so I can hang my baits and then get this damn thing up out of here, because it's taking up space. 'Cause, you're right, it's definitely getting close, and I definitely got to get some stuff to like organize my soft plastics better, because I mainly use like old like big boxes, like sort of like like regular brown boxes kind of, and just put them in there and line them up and do it like that. But I'd rather have like a small little like a cupboard or something, just put them in. Or I might just end up using that there and then buy like little plastic totes and just put them in there. Just be easier. Cause I like having that a lot. It's a lot better for me. I get like stressed the hell out seeing it. Like, yeah, that's why some of those guys were, buying that damn Gira, Brennan, because that's like a 300 size bait, and I think that's the main reason why it got like popular. And it seems like that's what they're doing out there now. Is just using bigger baits than they did before, because they're all used to that, which is crazy. Is that, or they use small baits? So they're definitely gonna be probably coming out with something crazy soon, like even bigger stuff than normal. We'll be seeing like consistently like a lot of big stuff coming out of Japan. Yeah, I used to actually catch a good amount on the bull shooter. I actually lost mine. I had a couple. I had like two, but I had the tiny one, and then the regular meat. I think it's like the 130 or something. It's like I had the Roll Junior size and then the normal one, and they both were pretty good. They sank a little quick, but you could fix that with some Zappu board, floating board. Just at that time, I wasn't using that floating board, so I really didn't know. Yeah, JP, that it gets a pain. And then like when you can't really like visually see like the packaging separately, sometimes you like forget. Like I know I'm not the only one that forgets that I had something that I bought a while ago that I just totally didn't use. But like I said, I think having it visually, like Nathan showed me a little his bait room that he did, and it's pretty sweet. Uh, he made a real nice like little tackle shop, really. But he has his baits to where you can visually like see each individual package or like plastic bag of baits, and grab them or whatever off the hanger and just boom. Mm, yeah, I know what you're talking about. How if I'm really not really buying anything from them or anything like that, I really don't. Or they, just out of the blue hit me up and, oh yeah, we'll send you all these free stuff. I really don't do that. This kind of thing. That's why I kind of like the LureSlingers thing, because, like I said, he has pretty much like the JDM stuff and the kind of stuff I really like. You can't really find too much around in certain shops, so it kind of like works out. And like I said, he's literally lives like 20 minutes away from me, so all these baits that you see that I got, I literally met up with him, and he handed me them. So we literally meet up. Like I've met him like 3 or 4 times in the past like week and a half. It's like I'm picking up weed or something, but it's just baits. It's kind of funny. So yeah, so he's a good dude. And a lot of the stuff, he just had me try, so it'd be pretty cool to give back some feedback and let them know whether or not they're good. And if I catch any fish on them, get some catch photos and at least get some sort of repost or whatever, at least he'll do that versus a hookup tackle, which pretty much is useless. So, but yeah, he has some nice stuff, and he gets like new baits like usually like every other week or every week really, and you can ask him for like stuff that you pretty much need, or if you're looking for anything, you can message him on Instagram, and usually he'll try his best to like try and get it over if he can. So he's a pretty honest guy about that. So if you really need anything, or just hit me up and I'll ask him to pretty much bring it in or whatever. So, and like I said, if he was able to get this guy in here, then like I said, that's pretty good. And soon, hopefully, those the noisy docks will be coming soon. So, and those are literally, I know nobody that can bring those over. So if you can bring that over, and like I said, I've literally seen somehow where in Japan they have them sitting on the shelves, still brand new in the packaging, but you really can't even find them over here. So it's kind of crazy. Like you can't even find them on eBay really too much either from over here. There's not many people that sell them. They're all like from Japan. Actually, I'm just gonna keep this out. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for packages wise. So if leave a comment on what you liked the most, or what you thought was the nicest one, or what bait you would like to try. Yeah, I'd appreciate it. So and like I said, if you guys need anything really to that you're looking for or whatever, just hit me up, and I can probably see if I can tell Ron and let him know and see if he'll bring it in and get you hooked up or whatever. Tom, I have to get rid of that myself. So each person that is on their channel or whatever, they have to remove it themselves with the setting. So I would have to go into my chat setting and do that. I told TK how to do that, but I really don't even know how to do it on the StreamYard. I think I have to go on YouTube and do it. So I'll definitely do that though, and get change that, so you guys don't have problems seeing the damn chat. But yeah, so thanks guys for sticking around, and hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing. And like I said, if you leave a comment and a like and whatever, tell me what you like the most. I'd appreciate that. All right, take it easy, guys.